Have you ever felt that living alone comes with unexpected challenges? Maybe some days feel peaceful and quiet, while others feel just a little too quiet. If so, you're not alone. Many people in their golden years find themselves adjusting to life on their own, and while independence is a wonderful thing, it also comes with unique struggles. But here's the good news. There are simple ways to make living alone safer, easier, and more fulfilling. What if I told you that by avoiding a few common mistakes, you could dramatically improve your well-being, happiness, and peace of mind? It's true. Many older adults unknowingly fall into habits that make life harder than it needs to be. But once you recognize these pitfalls, you can take small steps to ensure that your independence remains a source of joy rather than stress. Today, we're going to go through 12 crucial mistakes that older adults often make when living alone. Some of these mistakes are easy to spot, like forgetting to take care of your health. But others, they're surprisingly common, yet often overlooked. For example, did you know that a simple change in your daily routine could reduce the risk of memory decline? Or that one small adjustment in your home could prevent a serious accident? And here's something important. You'll want to stay until the very end, because mistake number 12 is one that most people don't even realize they're making, and it could be costing them financial security and peace of mind. This video isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about empowering you to take control of your independence. By the time we're done, you'll have practical tips that you can start using today to make life easier, safer, and happier. So, if you're ready to thrive in this phase of life, let's dive in. But before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced challenges living alone? If so, type yes in the comments. Let's support each other. Mistake number 1, avoiding social connection. One of the biggest challenges of living alone is the risk of social isolation. At first, the quiet can feel peaceful, but over time, that same silence can become lonely and overwhelming. Studies show that lack of social interaction can lead to depression, cognitive decline, and even a shorter lifespan. And here's the tricky part. Isolation often happens slowly. Days turn into weeks, and before you know it, you're seeing fewer and fewer familiar faces. It's not intentional, but suddenly, loneliness settles in. I once heard the story of Margaret, a retired teacher who lived alone after her husband passed away. At first, she enjoyed the peace of her home. But as time went on, she realized she was spending entire days without speaking to another person. The isolation drained her energy, and she often felt forgotten by the world. Then one day, she made a small but powerful decision. She joined a local senior book club. At first, it was just one meeting a week, but soon she looked forward to those gatherings more than anything else. Her social life slowly bloomed again, and that one step brought joy back into her daily routine. Here is the solution to stay connected. Heavy checkmark schedule, regular phone calls with friends or family. Even a 10-minute chat can brighten your day. Heavy checkmark join a social group, whether the book club, a local senior center, or even an online community. Heavy checkmark volunteer. Helping others brings purpose and meaningful interaction into your life. How do you stay connected with friends and family? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your ideas. Mistake number 2, neglecting health. When you live alone, it's easy to let health routines slip. Without someone reminding you to take medications, eat balanced meals, or get fresh air, it's tempting to think, I'll do it tomorrow. But then tomorrow becomes next week, and next week becomes months, until small health issues become serious problems. Ignoring regular checkups, skipping medications, and leading a sedentary lifestyle can all add up, impacting not just your physical health, but your mental and emotional well-being too. I once read about a man named Harold, who used to be very active in his younger years. But after retirement, he found himself putting off doctor visits and staying indoors more often. He would always say, I'll get to it next week. But next week never came. Months passed, and he began feeling constant fatigue and joint pain. By the time he finally saw a doctor, his minor health concerns had turned into serious conditions that required intensive treatment. Harold deeply regretted not taking care of himself earlier, but his story serves as a powerful reminder. Prioritizing health today prevents problems tomorrow. Follow Seth's simple ways to stay healthy. Heavy checkmark set medication reminders on your phone, or use a pill organizer. Heavy checkmark schedule regular doctor visits, even if you feel fine. Heavy checkmark get outside daily. Even a 10-minute walk can boost your health. Heavy checkmark practice gentle stretching in the morning for better mobility. How do you remind yourself to stay active and healthy? Drop your best tips in the comments. Mistake number 3, ignoring home safety. Living alone means you need to take extra precautions to ensure your home is a safe place, not a risky one. Unfortunately, many older adults overlook small hazards until a fall or accident happens. Falls are the leading cause of injury for seniors, and something as simple as a loose rug, poor lighting, or reaching for an item on a high shelf can lead to serious consequences. The truth is, one small adjustment today can prevent a major accident tomorrow. Take the story of Evelyn, a woman in her 70s who was always independent. One day, she tripped over a rug in her hallway and fell hard on the floor. Her phone was in the other room, and she couldn't get up for hours. That day changed her life. She realized that her home, where she felt safest, was actually filled with hidden dangers. After her recovery, she made simple but life-saving changes. Heavy checkmark, she installed grab bars in her bathroom. Heavy checkmark, she replaced loose rugs with slip-resistant mats. Heavy checkmark, she kept her phone within reach at all times. You can make your home safer by heavy checkmark, improve lighting. Add night lights in hallways and bathrooms. Heavy checkmark, install grab bars in the bathroom and by stairways. Heavy checkmark, keep essentials within easy reach. Avoid climbing on chairs. Heavy checkmark, use a personal emergency alert system in case of falls. Do you have a safety plan at home? Share your best safety tip in the comments. Mistake number 4, developing unhealthy habits. When you live alone, it's easy to fall into unhealthy habits without even realizing it. Without someone around to encourage good choices, you might start skipping meals, eating too much processed food, or staying sedentary for long periods. Over time, these small habits can lead to weight gain, lack of energy, joint pain, and even serious health conditions like diabetes or heart disease. The worst part? Many people don't recognize these habits until they've already affected their health. I remember reading about Linda, a widow in her 60s. After her husband passed away, she lost her motivation to cook. She started relying on frozen meals and snack foods because they were easier than cooking for one. At first, she thought it wasn't a big deal, but as months passed, she noticed she felt sluggish and tired all the time. Her doctor told her that her poor diet was causing vitamin deficiencies and high blood sugar. That was a wake-up call. She made small changes, preparing simple, nutritious meals, drinking more water, and adding short walks to her day. Within weeks, she felt more energetic, slept better, and regained her strength. Do these small changes for a healthier life. Heavy checkmark, eat balanced meals. Include fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Heavy checkmark, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water instead of sugary drinks. Heavy checkmark, move daily. Even a 10-minute walk or light stretching makes a difference. Heavy checkmark, plan simple meals. Batch cook easy, healthy foods. What's your favorite simple meal to cook? Share your go-to healthy dish in the comments. Mistake number 5, letting your home become a burden. For many older adults, their home is filled with memories, a place where they raised their families and built their lives. But as time passes, that same home can start to feel like more of a burden than a comfort. The truth is, maintaining a large home alone, cleaning, yard work, repairs, can become physically and financially draining. Holding on to too much space out of sentimentality can sometimes lead to stress, exhaustion, and even safety risks. Take the story of Dorothy, a woman in her late 70s who lived in the same home for over 40 years. When her children moved out, she tried to keep up with the house on her own. At first, it was manageable, but as the years passed, the constant cleaning, fixing leaks, and mowing the lawn became overwhelming. She knew she needed change, but felt guilty about leaving behind so many memories. Eventually, after a lot of thought, she downsized to a smaller home, and to her surprise, she felt relieved and free. She had less to worry about, more energy, and more time to enjoy life. Follow these solutions to lighten the burden. Heavy checkmark considered downsizing. A smaller space can bring more peace. Heavy checkmark hire help. A cleaner or landscaper can ease the workload. Heavy checkmark declutter gradually. Keep what matters. Donate the rest. Heavy checkmark make home modifications. Simplify spaces for easier maintenance. Do you prefer a big home or a smaller, cozier space? Share your thoughts in the comments. Mistake number 6. Losing your sense of purpose. One of the biggest challenges of aging alone is the feeling that your days have no clear purpose. After retirement or the loss of a spouse, many older adults struggle with feeling aimless or unneeded. Without daily responsibilities like work or caregiving, it's easy to fall into a routine of just passing time rather than truly living. But here's the good news. This stage of life is a chance to rediscover what brings you joy. I read about Frank, a retired engineer who spent decades working on complex projects. After retirement, he felt lost without the structure of his job. Days felt long, and he had nothing to look forward to. Then, his granddaughter suggested something simple, volunteering to teach kids about science. At first, he hesitated, but the moment he started sharing his knowledge, he felt alive again. Helping others reminded him that he still had so much to offer. Now, Frank says he's happier than ever because his days have meaning. His story is proof that finding purpose doesn't have to be complicated. It just takes a small step. Solutions to rediscover purpose. Heavy checkmark, try a new hobby. Painting, music, gardening. Anything that excites you. Heavy checkmark, volunteer. Helping others brings deep fulfillment. Heavy checkmark, mentor or teach. Share your wisdom with younger generations. Heavy checkmark, set small goals. A daily walk, learning a new skill, or reading a book. What hobby have you always wanted to try? Share it in the comments. Mistake number 7. Believing you have to do everything alone. Many older adults take pride in their independence, but sometimes that independence turns into isolation. There's a common belief that asking for help is a sign of weakness, but in reality, it's a sign of wisdom. Trying to handle everything alone can lead to stress, exhaustion, and even health risks. Whether it's managing household chores, errands, or even emotional struggles, there's no shame in seeking support. Take Helen, a retired nurse in her 70s. She was used to taking care of others. So when she started struggling with daily tasks, she refused to ask for help. She didn't want to bother her children or seem incapable. But one day, after straining her back trying to lift a heavy box, she realized she couldn't do everything alone. When she finally asked for help, she was surprised at how willing her family and friends were to assist. Her daughter started visiting weekly. A neighbor began checking on her, and she even hired a part-time housekeeper. Helen admitted she wished she had asked sooner. It made life easier, and she felt more connected instead of alone. These are the best ways to accept support. Heavy checkmark, reach out to family or friends. Most people are happy to help. Heavy checkmark, consider hiring help for housework or yard maintenance. Heavy checkmark, join a support group. Sharing struggles makes them lighter. Heavy checkmark, use community resources. Senior centers offer great assistance. Who is someone you know you can count on? Give them a shout out in the comments. Mistake number 8. Neglecting your home environment. Your home should be a place of peace, comfort, and safety. But when you live alone, it's easy to let clutter build up, maintenance fall behind, or small issues turn to big problems. A cluttered or unorganized home can lead to stress, anxiety, and even safety risks. A misplaced item on the floor can become a tripping hazard. An unkempt home can make daily life feel overwhelming rather than relaxing. Take Marie, a widow in her late 70s. After her husband passed, she gradually stopped keeping up with household chores. At first, it was just a few things out of place, but over time, her home became difficult to navigate. She felt too overwhelmed to even start cleaning. One day, her friend helped her declutter one small section at a time. After removing unnecessary items and organizing her space, Marie felt a huge weight lifted off her shoulders. She realized how much her environment was affecting her mental health. Now, she keeps only what she truly needs and loves, and her home feels calm and inviting again. Simple steps to improve your home environment. Heavy checkmark declutter one small area at a time. Start with a drawer or tabletop. Heavy checkmark keep essential items accessible. Place frequently used items within easy reach. Heavy checkmark ensure good lighting. Brighten dark areas to prevent falls. Heavy checkmark make your home a reflection of joy. Surround yourself with things that bring peace. What's one thing you love about your home? Share it in the comments. Mistake number 9, losing track of time. When you live alone, days can start to blend together. Without the structure of work, family routines, or social commitments, it's easy to wake up and wonder, is it Monday or Thursday? This gradual loss of awareness around time can lead to feelings of boredom, loneliness, or even depression. Without a sense of structure, the days feel empty and time starts slipping away. But here's the truth. Your time is valuable, and having a routine can bring purpose and joy back into your days. I read about Walter, a retired mechanic who once had a busy life balancing work and family. After retirement, he stopped setting an alarm, skipped meals, and lost his motivation to leave the house. One day, he realized he was spending entire afternoons just watching TV, with no real sense of accomplishment. That's when he decided to create a simple daily schedule, waking up at the same time, taking morning walks, and setting small tasks to complete each day. Within weeks, he felt more energetic, engaged, and happier. He realized that a structured day made life more fulfilling. If you want to regain control of your time, do these steps. Heavy checkmark set a morning routine. Start your day with intention. Heavy checkmark plan small activities, a walk, reading time, or a hobby. Heavy checkmark use a calendar or journal to keep track of tasks and events. Heavy checkmark schedule social interactions, phone calls, meetups, or community events. Do you have a daily routine? Share your favorite part of the day in the comments. Mistake number 10, holding on to too many sentimental items. Over the years, we collect countless items filled with memories, gifts from loved ones, old photos, furniture that's been in the family for decades. These things remind us of beautiful moments and people we cherish. But when we hold on to too much, our homes can start to feel crowded and overwhelming, instead of bringing comfort. Too many possessions can weigh us down, both emotionally and physically. I remember reading about Eleanor, a retired schoolteacher. After her husband passed away, she kept everything he ever owned, his clothes, books, even things he hadn't used in years. At first, she thought letting go would mean losing a part of him. But over time, she realized that the clutter was keeping her stuck in the past. She felt guilty even considering donating his belongings. Finally, with her children's help, she chose a few meaningful keepsakes and let go of the rest. To her surprise, she felt lighter and more at peace. She still had the memories, but now she also had more space to create new ones. How to let go without losing memories. Heavy checkmark keep only the most meaningful items. Choose things that truly bring joy. Heavy checkmark take photos of sentimental objects before donating them. Heavy checkmark pass down special items to family members who will cherish them. Heavy checkmark declutter at your own pace, one small step at a time. What's one sentimental item you'll always keep? Share it in the comments. Mistake number 11, being unprepared for emergencies. Emergencies can happen at any time. Power outages, medical issues, extreme weather. But many people don't think about preparedness until it's too late. Living alone means you need to take extra steps to ensure you're ready for the unexpected. Without a plan, you might find yourself stranded without supplies or unable to call for help when you need it most. I read about George, a retired veteran in his 80s, who lived alone in a small town. One winter, a sudden snowstorm knocked out the power for 3 days. He had food, but no way to charge his phone, no extra blankets, and no contact with anyone. By the time help arrived, he was dangerously cold and dehydrated. That experience changed his mindset. Now, he keeps an emergency kit, a backup power source, and a system to check in with neighbors. He never expected to face a crisis alone, but now he's prepared for anything. Simple emergency preparedness steps. Heavy checkmark keep an emergency kit, flashlights, batteries, non-perishable food, and water. Heavy checkmark have backup power, a charge phone, power bank, or generator. Heavy checkmark create a contact list, family, neighbors, and emergency numbers. Heavy checkmark stay informed, monitor weather alerts and local emergency plans. What's one emergency item you always have on hand? Share your must-have in the comments. Mistake number 12, financial disorganization. Managing finances can become more complicated with age, and without a clear system, bills can be forgotten, accounts can become disorganized, and unexpected expenses can pile up. Many older adults don't realize how small financial mistakes, like missing a payment or paying for unused services, can lead to unnecessary stress and financial strain. The good news? Getting organized can help you avoid these worries and ensure your financial stability. I read about Betty, a retired librarian, who thought she had everything under control until she discovered she had been paying for multiple subscriptions she no longer used. She had magazine subscriptions, auto-pay services, and even an old gym membership still charging her. Over time, those small charges added up to hundreds of dollars wasted. When her son helped her go through her bank statements, she was shocked by how much money she could have saved. After organizing her finances, Betty set up automatic payments for essentials, canceled unnecessary expenses, and created a simple budget. Now, she feels secure and in control of her money again. Simple steps for financial organization. Heavy checkmark review your bank statements monthly. Look for hidden or unnecessary charges. Heavy checkmark set up automatic payments for important bills to avoid missed due dates. Heavy checkmark keep all important documents, wills, insurance, and financial records in one place. Heavy checkmark asks for help if needed. A trusted family member or financial advisor can assist. What's one financial tip you've learned over the years? Share your best advice in the comments. We've covered 12 common mistakes that older adults often make when living alone. Some of them, like neglecting health or financial disorganization, may seem small at first, but over time, they can have a big impact on your quality of life. By taking a few simple steps, staying socially connected, prioritizing health, organizing finances, and making your home safer, you can maintain your independence, reduce stress, and truly enjoy the stage of life. Remember, living alone doesn't mean you have to struggle alone. There are resources, people, and communities ready to support you. You just have to be open to reaching out. Every stage of life is an opportunity to grow, adapt, and find new ways to thrive. Whether you've already made adjustments or just realized something new today, know that it's never too late to improve your well-being. Even small changes, like creating a daily routine, calling a friend, or setting up an emergency plan, can make a world of difference. You've come this far, and you deserve to live with comfort, security, and joy. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 12 mistakes resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Your story might help someone else who's going through the same thing. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring meaningful content designed to help older adults live happier, safer, and more independent lives. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay connected.